Folks, we've been doing this for a long time, and one of the things that was necessary for pottery repair is to replace parts, sometimes complete handles, sometimes sections of the piece. And we've worked on a lot of antique English Staffordshire pottery, and each time we get a new piece, I will mold the finial of each one, and I probably have a molded finial of about any Staffordshire piece available: sugar bowls, teapots, coffee pots, tureens. These are all some sort of finial for an antique something. It's made basically, first of all, there's a mold made, and then it's poured. Then the mold is pulled off, and you get these. But on almost everything I've done all my life, if I find some kind of job, I'll end up playing. So I've made finials, which actually was not so much playing. Got paid for that. Finials, there's a walnut that I made messing around. Both halves of a walnut. Lids, we can make complete lids. I have played around with different images, and that's a rubber handle. And molded rabbits, owls. I've made canes with horses and owls and things. But what I'm trying to get to is that from all this, I'm applying it to rock art. Now, find my chair. I think this all came about because Joanna, my soulmate, just does not see this. She believes that I see it, but in all honesty, she does not see any of these images. And sometimes I bring the most obvious ones that just like anybody could see, and she doesn't see it. So what I'm doing with these 5 pieces is I'm using that molding technique, rubber latex and Q-tip, and I'm going over the image that I see. For instance, now this is the 3rd layer of that latex, and it takes 1 every day. I find where the wings have gone wrapped around the stone, and I put a layer of rubber latex on it. And when that's dry, I go around the edge of the rubber, not the stone, the rubber, with an ink mark that keeps me on line as I add the other layers. And this is the 3rd layer that's been applied to these stones. But it will show, when I pull that rubber mold off from it, I can stretch it out and kind of sketch a picture of it. But then, as if I want to lay the mold back on there, it shows where the image is. And all of this that I'm highlighted here is a picked in, carved, sanded area showing where those wings go, and the bird and the tail, and all of these are that way. This is an image of a bird with an eye and wings and everything, where the wings fold over to there on that side, and all the way over to there on that side, and the tail comes down to there. This is that little medicine stone. It has all kinds of images all over it. And that's, well, there's several birds in here, but I'm making a mold of that one. There's the head, and this wing came all the way over to here. Well, both wings wrap around it. That one comes to there, and the other one comes to here. on that particular image. And the tail's down here. This one is my moonstone, which is kind of good. But this is the bird that's on the other side. And it just seems like I have to do something like this to show someone where that image is. This one, well, it's upside down right now, but that's the bird with the wings come over to here and all the way over to there, and the tail down to here. As I said, this is a third coat. It will probably take about 6, maybe 7. It'll probably be a week before I get back to this video, and when I do, I'll be ready to take these moles off, and we'll see if I was just having fun or if this actually helps to explain rock art. Rubber latex has a tendency to stick to itself. If I was just to peel that mold off and lay it over, it would stick to it. And especially on the underside, as I peel this off, it needs to be powdered. And first you have to open it. Joanna has promised me one of those things that fits on my cap, or I can use both hands. And I hope I have it in a couple of weeks, because some of the stuff that I'd like to show is going to require both my hands. But you cover it with powder. The stone can be rinsed off easily. Then as it's being peeled, it's got to have powder under there. And that's the part where it takes 2 hands. And I'm not going to do this with one hand. Anyway, I have lots of powder under that mold. Had I not, if I'd have went like that, this would have stuck to that and you couldn't pull it apart. I will pull this off with 2 hands and be right back. This is the mold. And if you could hold this in your hand and manipulate this in the right light, what you would see is that. This is really fun. We'll do these 3 when I have 2 hands free. Might be a week or 2 or 3 before I get back to these, but these will be fun. And the next image I'll mold from this is a cave bear. After I take this off and I have all of this area available.